With Houdini 21, they have changed how geometry lights work inside of Solaris and Karma. So let's take a look at the changes that have been made. So I'm going to drop down a SOP create. Let's dive inside. We are in Solaris here. So I'm going to create a sphere here, and let's just set this on the origin. So let's do a match size. Set this to be min. I'm also going to create a grid. Let's crank up the size here quite a bit. And then let's also drop down a helix because this works on curves as well. And then let's name these. So I'll drop down a name node. Let's do /geo/sphere. And let's do one for our grid as well. Let's do grid, and then for our curve. And we can merge these all together. And we've got our geo here. Our scene setup. So we've got our container there with our different geo. And before, if we wanted to set up some sort of a geometry light, we could drop down a material library. And I'm going to drop down a Karma material builder. And then let's do a material X noise. We can just do a noise 3D. And let's wire this into our emission color. And on here, we can just set our emission to be like a value of 1. And let's wire in a position here. So material X position. And let's also just multiply this, material X multiply, so that we can scale this up a little bit. And let's go up here and let's go autofill that material. And we can assign that to, let's assign that to our sphere. And you can see this showing up in our viewport here. I'm also going to come in here and let's just make this a color. So let's do a ramp, a Karma ramp parameter. Let's set this to be a subnet connector. And then I can set this to something like Twilight, or let's do Plasma. Nope, there's one that I like. I always go to, I can't remember which one it is. Magma? Oh, yeah, it's Magma. Magma is the one that I always like. So we have this assigned here. We can come in here and we can come to our viewport here, set this to be our CPU. And you don't have a whole lot going on here because it's not recognizing this as a light. Let's come in here and let's do a render geometry settings. And we can come in here and assign our sphere to these primitives. And this is the way that you did it before. You'd come into this light settings and then you do this setter create. And this is actually changed from this used to be called like use as the light source. So we could set that to this yes for this efficient emission. If we restart this, not much changes because we don't have a light in our scene here. If we go ahead and just add in, say, an environment light, which is just a dome light, and we just crank that all the way down, then we start to get kind of what's going on here. So if this is a large enough light source, you'll have a emissive material that is sampled a little bit more efficiently. So let's come into this and let's crank up our emission here, maybe do like 10. That's just going to increase the amount of light here in our scene. But this isn't going to be sampling very quick, and this isn't actually going to be a mesh light. So the way that we do this now is a geometry light lot. So I'm going to go ahead and just bypass that. So with this geometry light lot, we can then select our sphere and drag that to our primitives. And we've got some different light APIs here that we can use. And from looking at the docs, it doesn't seem like there's much difference between these. It literally says that in the doc that there's not much difference between these, but and then in Houdini 21. So this may change in the future, but this just basically assigns different settings that the lights will use, or the renderers will use, to recognize that it's a light. So if we set this to mesh light, you can see that that's going to actually change, most notably this setting right here. So if I set this back here, it's going to set this to a no material response. So we have 3 different settings here. We have no material response, which is just going to take this color that we set here. So I can, change this to whatever I want, and we get that. We can set it to material glow tense light, which is going to take the material that we have assigned, and it's going to tint our light. So I can actually still change this. You can see it starts to change here, but it's going to tint the color of our light based off of our material here. Or we can set this to independent, which is going to ignore everything that's going to be on our material. So all of our, or on our objects for our materials. So it's going to ignore that emission, but it's going to pass through that material there. So instead of having this just as a light source, it's going to pass through, it's going to pass through that material, but it's going to use this color as the source here. So we can still change that around and affect our color. Now this works on our curves as well. So if I just drag this into the primitive instead, you can see that we now have that as our light source. So I can crank up our intensity there and you can see what that gives us. Let's go ahead and just come in here and dial this back. I'm also going to play around with that and multiply a little bit. And you can see that this is going to use this curve as our light source now. We can obviously assign a material there and have that work as our material for our light as well. We set that back to our sphere. Let's just look again one more time at this material glow tense light. So if I go ahead and crank that up, you can see that this gets a little bit brighter. Let's crank this up quite a bit. But again, it's going to use this color as our tint. So we can move this around and that's going to affect that. And you can see if I go ahead into our material, I can start to drag this around as well. You can see that that's going to change our light source here. And this should render faster than just using your straight emission. This isn't cleaning up super well for this specific case, but it's going to render better than emission because it is treating it as a actual light source instead of just emission, which is notoriously slow and hard to clean up with render engines. So definitely want to play around with this. This is going to assign all of these. There are some limitations to this. Specifically, you can't use this with partial opacity or like the stencil maps. It may not, Karma specifically may not recognize those as lights. There's a warning in the docs about that, as well as, oops, that just switched to my other scene. As well as it doesn't accept the light filters. So you can't use light filters with this in Houdini 21. Again, this specifies specifically Houdini 21. So I'd be interesting to see in the future if that changes. I'd keep an eye on that. That may be something that does change in the future, but currently in Houdini 21 it is not supported. Another thing that I did notice, which maybe I'm just doing this wrong, this render light geometry. So we have some light settings here. This does not seem to affect anything. Maybe if I set this back to just be no material response, yeah, no, it still doesn't affect anything. So maybe I'm doing something wrong here, but with this turning on and off, it doesn't really seem to affect anything. So I'm not sure if that's intended or what's going on there. Perhaps these settings aren't working properly. I haven't played around with them all, but it'd be something to definitely play around with. But anyways, hopefully this has helped you out. Thank you guys for watching and have a good day.